All right, it is a slightly red day in the CS market. As you could see, some things are down a little bit, slight low 50% in one day, actually just a few hours. But here we are. Today, I'm sure you guys have seen the news already, so we're going to cover probably, and I feel like I say this once a week, the most insane CS update we have ever gotten. And I'm sure you guys could agree with me on this one because Valve has completely destroyed anybody's wallet that owned essentially any knife. And as I'm sure you guys know, they were something I was heavily invested in. I owned quite a few knives. I maybe had like $35,000 inventory going into this, and obviously knives trashing 50% is pretty insane. And I sold like, thankfully, at least half of the knives I owned right when this update dropped, and I got out maybe for like 80% buff of what they were actually worth. So I didn't get too destroyed. I'm still holding on to like 5 knives still, probably like $4,000 or $5,000 worth of knives that probably have been cut in half. So let's just cover the update now. That's obviously everybody got hit hard from this. So here we go. So 5 knives. You can trade up 5 knives, or sorry, you could trade up 5 covert items in exchange for a regular knife or regular gloves from a collection of one of the items provided. So if you're trading up a covert item from the glove case, it can be traded up potentially to Pandora's boxes, hedge mazes, whatever's in that case. If you're trading stuff up from the Phoenix case, it could be traded up to a Karambit case hardened, potentially a pattern 387. So it's just crazy. And this can kind of work in the inverse. If I get, a knife or a covert like an Op Wildfire from the CS20 case, and then 4 other coverts from whatever case has the Karambit Gamma Doppler in it, there's a 20% chance I get a classic knife, and 80% chance I get something from the other case. So it's interesting. If you want to buy skins or cash out your skins instantly at a great price, check out skin.land, where you could also get a free $10 bonus on your first sale. Skin.land is a site I use to insta-sell skins myself. They offer incredible prices and the process is very easy. Just make sure to click that link at the top of the description for your $10 bonus or enter code CHF on the site, then go to your profile and enter your trade URL and you're all ready to sell and buy. Then select the skins you want to cash out instantly. Just click the skins you want to sell, select your payment method, either crypto or various bank transfer methods if you're in Europe, then just confirm the trade the bot sends you on Steam instantly, and you're done. The entire process only takes around 5 minutes max, and receiving the money typically doesn't take more than 20 minutes for crypto. For bank transfers, it might take a few business days though. You can also buy skins for 30% cheaper than the Steam market value on Skinland as well. They have a ton of deposit methods, so whether you're looking to buy or sell, check them out with that link at the top of the description and get your $10 bonus today. Obviously, I don't even know where I want to start with this video. There's just so much to cover. So let's actually cover why Valve did this. I'll start with that. Valve probably did this, and I've covered this before. Valve doesn't make money from knives being worth tens of thousands of dollars. Maybe it is a little bit ridiculous that people were paying, $5,000 for a butterfly fade. And it's like, Valve does not make money from that. That's exclusively third-party sites. And I've said this before, and I especially started covering this when the armory started dropping. It's like, Valve has no reason to make extremely rare skins. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I expected something like this to happen because this is absolutely insane. But it's kind of the direction where the game is going. Valve doesn't make money from extremely rare items. That's why we're seeing the armory now. It's just a way for them to farm more money. And that's why we're seeing an update like this. Number one, it's going to make people unbox cases more because, coverts are more expensive now. Obviously, there's a reason to actually own these, shitty skins. Nobody wanted an MP7 Bloodsport before this. They were like $2. Yeah, they were $2. And, they nearly 20x'd in price. So, it's kind of crazy to see this update. Obviously, some skins, like the Deagle Blaze, Icarus Fell, the Prince Stream, I don't know why the howl is going down. It's like everybody is panic selling everything right now because essentially this update just destroyed everybody's trust in the market. If Valve is just randomly dropping an update like this with, no warning or anything, it's like, they're costing people millions upon, sorry, I should say billions, actually. The market cap of CS2 was $6 billion before this update. And in 24 hours, it dropped at peak $2 billion. They've cost people $2 billion with this update. And I know what you're going to say. It's not their responsibility. Well, some people are going to say this. Some people might agree with me. But it isn't their responsibility to, care for people's items that are worth tens of thousands of dollars. But they do completely screw people over, which is interesting. Now, do I think investing is over? Not at all. There's still going to be potential for profitability in this game, no matter what happens. As I've said with the Phase 2s and everything, I'm like, and with the Karambit Doppler as well, it's a skin I've covered in a bunch of previous videos. I'm like, $3,000 for just a normal Karambit Doppler, not a Phase 2. It's like, that's kind of insane. I was like, from an investing standpoint, it was holding up in price really well. Same with these Phase 2s. They were just sitting at this price. Like, people were willing to buy them. But it's like, the price is just so ridiculous that, and especially since Valve doesn't make any money from it, it's like, at what point was something bound to happen? Once again, I never expected it to be this crazy. I was always talking about how things can come back down to pre-hype levels, and I'm sure if you guys have watched any of my videos, you know that. But once again, I did not expect anything like this, and it is pretty insane. So let's cover, does it really make sense for a Karambit Doppler Phase 2 to go from $5,000 to $1,800 overnight? Is that oversold? Well, there's only one of these listed on Buff right now. Oh my god. This is insane. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, Karambit Gamma Doppler Phase 2 down 80%. I just have a bunch of random tabs open. Somebody's already crafted a blue gem, which I wouldn't worry about too much. I mean, I'll briefly cover this. It's like the same as an AKK starting to trade up. Like, if somebody's trying to trade up to a 661, I saw a post where it's, I don't think I have it up here. Yeah, I don't have it up here, but it's like 3 AKK starting pattern 661s have been crafted over the past, like, 3 years, I believe. So it's like, they're not common. And I don't think this is going to destroy the blue gem market at all, because it's still ridiculously expensive and ridiculously rare to try and craft something like this. So, especially with reds getting so expensive, because even though it only costs $5, it's going to cost you like $150 to do a trade up for a knife. So, that's where we're at there. Another thing I want to cover is that somebody's actually crunched the numbers on this already. With the new update, every CS2 case skin in existence could only generate 75 to 110% new knife or glove supply, depending on the collection. So it's not like we're seeing 1,000% increase in the knives and the gloves that are going to be out there, which is good. I mean, we're not going to have a ridiculous amount of knives in existence, which would really be bad for price. But the main thing you obviously have to worry about is they could be traded up to. So we more so have to worry about the price of reds and what they're going to be at. Do I know if $35 is going to be a fair price for reds in the future? I think it's going to be heavily dependent on collections and stuff like that. Obviously, I just want to, I mean, like the P90 Asimov, since it's in the breakout case, people love their butterfly knives. This thing could easily justify being at $100, if not more. It really does just depend, and these are the skins that might be worth investing into when all is said and done here. But I'm going to make a completely separate video on that because there's so much to talk about there. This video would be like an hour long if I covered all of it. Another interesting thing to note is that for whatever well, I guess this is kind of normal, but if you have 5 covert skins right now that are all tradable and you do a trade up to a knife with them, that knife is instantly tradable as well, which is probably another reason that the knives crashed so much in price so quickly. I don't want to say a ton of them came into existence, but it caused a lot of people to panic, and it was a reason why I sold. I was like, at the beginning, people were saying, oh, you could trade up to a knife, but the knife isn't tradable. And that's how it was for like the first 2 hours. And it was actually a bug, because CS2 released another update, and then they made the knives tradable. And then I was like, oh shit, I should probably sell my knife. So that's the only reason I got out so early. And just in case you guys think I'm lying, I'm not a liar, but also I tried to snipe these. I don't know if this worked, but I tried to snipe like $1,000 worth of skins. I have like over $1,000 worth of skins in my cart here, so we'll see if that actually went through. But yeah, I sold like $3,100 in knives here. I guess a little bit more. I didn't sell my Dragon Lore. These prices are super like inaccurate right now, by the way. I think Skin Place is taking advantage of people panic selling. Some of these are like super cheap prices, so don't go too crazy. I would say at this point, we went through the worst of it, and I would honestly just hold for a week now. I still have knives that I'm holding on to, but it's like this is absolutely insane right now. So I don't know. Is this update good for the game? I mean, if you wanted a knife, yeah. Once again, I think it was just ridiculous that we were seeing phase twos, just normal phase twos, at like $5,000. Like, that's insane. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So it's just crazy to see what happened with this update. It's very possible we see the market just take a pounding over the next week or over the next couple of months because, I mean, you know, there's not a lot of confidence in the market right now. Even with the high tiers, I mean, down 13%. It's like everything is up. Oh, the site does not want to load for me now. Okay, the site doesn't want to load for me now, but everything is up so much in price still, especially with the high tiers and everything. Like, I told you guys, where did the Poseidon go? I told you guys I sold my Poseidon at like 33, 3400, 3500, what I think it was like $3,300 a couple of weeks ago, and then jumped up to like 4200. And I was like, yeah, maybe it could be justified, but it's like the risk to reward there is just insane. And I'm obviously thankful I sold it at this point. It got up to like 4500. It could have got a better exit, but it's like something like this, I don't want to say was bound to happen eventually, but with prices this high, the upside risk versus a downside risk was very obvious. I don't know if I want to say this thing can come all the way back down to 1800. I would say it's not justified because, I mean, nothing happened with stuff like the M4 Poseidon. It's not like you could trade them up for a Dragon Lore. And even then, it's like, I don't know. Either way, this is definitely not a market I'll be buying into yet. I still don't want to buy a Poseidon at 3200. I sold it for like 3400. 1800, maybe we could have a conversation. Knives right now, I'm not touching. Because it's kind of hard to say just where we're at, obviously. It's like this is something nobody would ever expect in the price or in the game. Trading up only 5 coverts for a knife as well. It's like, it's just crazy. So I'm just going to sit back, take a little bit of time, and you guys probably should as well. And I'll make another video of what I'll be buying during the dip, because, I mean, I do have $3,200 in cash that I'll probably be buying stuff with. So we'll see over the next few weeks what everything kind of simmers out to be at. And yeah, I guess that's going to wrap it up for this one. So hopefully you guys took your profits. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Thank you to the sponsor as well. Be sure to check them out with that link at the top of the description. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.